What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Palantir and how they just made their second strategic investment in a 2-week time period. The first investment was in a company called Lilium, and that was an electric aviation company. And this second investment is going to be in a robotics company. So we're going to go over all of the details that we have about this investment and how it could affect the share price of Palantir going forward, and also go over some of the reasons why Palantir might be putting money behind these types of companies. We're also going to be going over some more of the details that we have received about Palantir's new contract with the Department of Energy, and some more details that have been released about the DoubleClick Demo Day event coming up later this month. So we have a lot of information to cover in this video, so make sure you guys stick around until the end so you're up to date on all of the information going on with Palantir. So before we get into all of that, if you guys would like to earn those 2 free stocks with Webull valued up to $1,850, all you have to do is go down, check out that link down in my description below, sign up for an account, deposit over $100, and you get your 2 free stocks. Now, this is also a great way if you guys would like to help out and support the channel, because when you get 2 free stocks, I get a free stock as well. And if you enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So at the current time that I am recording, Palantir is down about 1% on the day. We did receive some good news about Palantir's DoubleClick Demo Day event and this new strategic investment, but yesterday we did see a pretty significant pop in Palantir's share price due to the contract with the Department of Energy that is potentially worth $90 million over 5 years. So that was a very good sign, but we also have a very important event coming up for Palantir in the near future, and it's always interesting to look and see what is going on with the unusual options activity around that date. So the DoubleClick Demo Day event is a couple of days before this April 16th, 2021 expiration date. And when we come over to the open interest, we can see that there is a very high open interest, which is essentially the amount of contracts that are being held in people's brokerage accounts, because the definition of open interest is essentially the amount of contracts that are out in the market that have not been exercised or closed. We can see that the 30s have a 65, almost 66,000 open interest, with a lot of volume today, with 2,300 contracts traded today. And these 35s have a lot of open interest as well. But even though the calls have a pretty significant open interest, you do have to look at the puts as well. And we can see that the 20s have jumped up a little bit in their open interest, but the volume is not really there. So what this tells me is that options traders at the current time are pretty bullish on Palantir going into the next couple of weeks. So now let's get into this new investment that Palantir has been engaging in. So when we come over here, Sarcos Robotics plans SPAC deal for $1.3 billion valuation. So we can see Sarcos Robotics is planning to go public through a reverse merger with a blank check company, Rotor Acquisition Corp. The Salt Lake City-based robot maker and the Special Purpose Acquisition Company, or SPAC, will have a combined valuation of $1.3 billion, including debt. The company said in a statement on Tuesday, confirming an earlier Bloomberg News report. So this is the second time that we have seen a SPAC announcement on the same day that Palantir announces their investment. I think that's pretty interesting. Now, the deal includes a potential earnout of an additional $281 million based on the performance of the stock after the merger. To help fund the transaction, the companies have raised $220 million in a private investment in public equity, or PIPE, from investors including BlackRock, Millennium Management, and here we go, Palantir Technologies. So why would Palantir Technologies be investing in a robotics company? Well, let's take a look at exactly what this company does so we can determine why. Sarcos develops robotic systems for non-repetitive tasks that are designed to increase productivity among industrial and military workers. Its wearable devices help people move heavy objects with mechanical limbs and support reducing workplace injuries and allowing employees less capable of strenuous labor to carry out tasks such as lifting airport baggage and manufacturing components without assistance. Led by CEO Ben Wolf, Sarcos will receive as much as $496 million in proceeds from the SPAC transaction, the company said in the statement. So I really think that we're going to see and get a lot more information about these two investments, the one in Sarcos that we're looking at right here and Lilium in Palantir's next earnings call. I think a lot of people in the Q&A session are going to be asking a lot of questions about this because this is kind of out of left field, but let's speculate a little bit on why Palantir would be doing this. So Sarcos develops robotic systems for non-repetitive tasks that are designed to increase productivity among industrial and military workers. It allows people to lift heavy objects with mechanical limbs and support reducing workplace injuries, allowing employees less capable of strenuous labor to carry out tasks such as lifting airport baggage and manufacturing components without assistance. So this could be a very interesting data play for Palantir. They really could be creating some sort of exoskeleton to be used in the military, or they're just going to be using the data that all of these companies are bringing in to help expand their platforms and maybe even to create new products. We really don't have any news or any statement from Palantir at the current time for why they're investing in these types of companies. We did see they just got a double up in their credit line from all of these different banks. So this could be how they're choosing to invest in these companies through these different SPACs, but it's a little bit interesting why they would put their money into some of these more risky SPACs. Now, this is all speculation, but I do think that we have some information coming in Palantir's earnings call when they report their next earnings. So previously in my other videos, we just had the little segment on GovTribe about the $90 million contract for Palantir and the Department of Energy, but we actually received a few articles this week, as I was predicting, about more exactly what Palantir is going to be doing for the National Nuclear Security Administration. So when we come over here, the agency maintains that U.S. nuclear weapons stockpile wants to allocate its employees and finances with safety in mind using a new data platform developed by Palantir. The National Nuclear Security Administration awarded a 5-year, $89.9 million contract to the Silicon Valley-based software company for a platform capable of measuring the health of its safety programs, Palantir announced on Monday. The platform will support NNSA's safety analytics, forecasting, and evaluation reporting project run out of its Office of Safety, Infrastructure, and Operations. Our work with NNSA illustrates Palantir's mission to provide software to the world's most important institutions in support of their most critical work, the president of Palantir USG had said. We are excited to expand our work within the U.S. government and provide the NNSA with a high-tech solution to make the best possible use of its resources in support of the nation's nuclear security missions. This is very important, and it's a very good sign to see that Palantir is receiving more government contracts that do not have anything to do with the pandemic. A lot of the naysayers about Palantir and the bears and the people who really didn't think that Palantir had a lot of potential over the long term, their main talking point was that Palantir was receiving so much revenue due to the pandemic that it was not sustainable. But we are seeing Palantir get new government contracts, and we've seen the government contracts have been in a higher amount than the contracts that they have been receiving with the individual companies. So this is a very good sign over the long term, in my opinion. We also received some new updates about what we are going to be expecting to see at Palantir's DoubleClick Demo Day event in a couple of weeks. So when we come over here, we can see that Palantir Technologies today issued additional details about the Palantir Foundry capabilities. It will be highlighting in its industrials demo at DoubleClick on Wednesday, April 14th, 2021 at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Palantir's customers in industrials span automotive, distribution, heavy manufacturing, chemicals, utilities, and others. These customers rely on Foundry to optimize operations and maintenance, forecast network health, and respond to unexpected events. At the first installment of Palantir's DoubleClick series, so that means we're going to see multiple of these events, which could be very bullish catalysts if they are able to provide some really great information to shareholders and the investing community as a whole. Engineers will demonstrate the latest capabilities that made this work possible. Chained model simulations, we're going to have unmatched range of analytical computations, dynamic orchestration without trade-offs, Foundry's quality archetype, Foundry supply chain archetype. So we're going to get a lot of insight into what is going on with Palantir and how their technology works at these DoubleClick Demo Day events. And I think it's really great that they are providing these events because a lot of people don't really know what Palantir's technologies are capable of. They are extremely important. A lot of people are investing in them. They're getting a lot of government contracts, but the everyday investor or the public doesn't really know what they're capable of. And when Palantir is able to showcase exactly what their technology is able to do, we see massive run-ups in the share price like we saw with their last demo day. Now, it's possible that we do not see any type of run-up before or after this demo day that we are going to see coming up here, but we did see a very significant run-up over here. Now, I do think we are going to see a little bit of a pop because the information that they are going to be telling us about is going to be very important. For example, British Petroleum is going to be the one of the companies that they talk about, and Palantir has come out and said that they were able to save BP $50 million of working capital in just a 2-week time period by using their ERP suite. If other companies are able to see exactly how Palantir was able to do this, this could create a lot more business for Palantir in the near and long term. And again, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only, but I think, in my opinion, anywhere at a price point under $25 for Palantir is an unbelievable buy for the long term. I have a lot of conviction on this company and what they are going to be able to accomplish in the long term, mainly because, in my opinion, I don't think we have seen anywhere near what Palantir's total addressable market could be. They are continuously coming out with new contracts, and these contracts are big. It's not like they're $1 million, $2 million contracts. We just saw a 5-year, $90 million contract come out with the Department of Energy. So for all of those reasons, I am extremely bullish on Palantir over the long term. So the long term, in my opinion, is going to be 5 to 10 years. I do think that Palantir is easily going to hit the $100 price point within that time frame. So that is going to conclude this update on Palantir. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.